Check. Okay. Whenever you are ready.
Welcome to Podstache. To my left is
Christopher Lee.
right in front of me is
Koopa.
to my right is no Justin. Justin's taking a sick day today, so this whole week no Justin. So it's gonna be a lot quieter probably.
Yeah.
We always say I'm the loud one. I think maybe he just fires me up. Maybe.
I think you two have a really interesting dynamic, and you guys get yourself going really quick.
Yeah.
You guys get loud, and me and Koopa just kind of
Yeah.
quiet.
Let you guys go at it.
And then I think I'll also be a little bit on the quieter. I don't know. Once I start drinking, that might change. But I'll probably be a little on the quieter side because I'm a little rough on the
You
edges.
better not be. There's only three of us.
Yeah.
Well,
You gotta be loud for both of you.
I'll be. I don't want to say animated because I'm always pretty animated. But
That was one of our words for you, animated.
I think I'll just probably be less loud. I drank champagne this morning.
Mimosa?
No,
Oh,
just
orange juice there?
You know what? I was gonna get orange juice too, but I'm just like, just champagne.
Just like woke up this morning, like had your little top hat on. We're like, yeah,
Where's
another day, Wednesday.
Where's my monocle?
Wednesday.
No, like Wednesday's like I don't know. Like Wednesday, pretty much is like.
Just a crapshoot.
Well, I mean, pretty much Wednesdays. All I have to do on Wednesdays is Podstache, pretty much.
Yeah, same here.
You know,
Yeah,
which,
same
is,
here.
which I really like.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. I mean, but every other day I'm usually teaching or band practice or a show.
Right.
That's always going on. So Wednesdays, I don't know. It's just nice. I can just
Kind of chill out.
yeah, totally. So like
Agreed.
this morning, I drank champagne, like I was saying, carved some pumpkins, and okay. And then
I thought of something else to bring up.
and then I watched some horror movies. What did I watch? I watched Pontypool.
Pontypool. Have not heard.
Was that your second time watching or first time? 'Cause
I've seen parts of it, but this
yeah,
was
because I feel like I brought it up before. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe even
What's
not
it about?
Podstache.
actually I think Heather's talked about it too.
Heather's talked about it, but I've never seen it. What's it about?
I mean, it's basically a zombie movie, but it's cool in the sense that, excuse me, like 90% of the film takes place all within a radio station.
Okay.
So, and it's kind of cool because it almost reminds me of the original Night of the Living Dead where everything takes place in that one house.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's like everything's in the radio station.
Well, and then with that, I mean, you don't see the zombies too much. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of it's just like hearing about what's going on out there. So like it kind of creates this cool kind of atmosphere.
Yeah.
So it's really cool in that sense. It's not like zombies in your fucking face, eating your face, So, yeah, I watched that, and then what else did I watch?
What was the rape movie?
I shouldn't be laughing.
Feel it.
So if anything, we are going straight to hell because we watched Irreversible.
Along with our champagne, we laughed at.
Irreversible.
Irreversible. It's I think. Oh, what is it? Is it French? It might be a French movie.
Okay.
But it's really well known because it has this really really long, drawn out, really graphic rape scene.
I've heard of this. I think I've heard of this from you guys.
Yeah, it's like a 9-minute fucking rape scene. Like it's pretty brutal.
Okay.
But this morning, I don't even know how we got the idea, but we decided to mute the sound, put it at like 3 times the speed, and then play Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch "Good Vibrations" over it. It's like it's awful, but it was fucking hilarious at the time. So yeah.
Oh man.
I don't even know how that came up.
Yeah.
And I feel like I watched something else this morning. It was like a marathon. Oh, and then Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, cool.
So it was a lot of movies.
A lot of movies today.
But it was good though. I mean, I don't know. Like it seems like more and more I have to be in the fucking mood
Oh, yeah.
to watch a movie.
Okay.
Like I mean,
I'm even the same way with like TV shows.
TV shows. I mean, it seems like I think I do that definitely a lot more. Like, or even if it's just like,
Well, though you kind of have your regular shows that you watch.
Well, yeah.
The Gordon Ramsay shows and all that.
and my
Right.
America's Got Talent and The Voice. Dude,
Nice.
I'm so bad. Like once I think I'm out of that vortex, I'm just like, oh, good. Because like, what was it? Because Hell's Kitchen and MasterChef, those all ended.
Did they?
Yeah,
Oh.
they had their season finale and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
I like MasterChef better, I think. But
Hell's Kitchen I was watching for a while.
all those shows, I fucking love them. But like they ended, I'm like, oh, good. I can like not watch so much. But then America's Got Talent started going. I'm like, ooh. And that ended. I'm like, okay, good. That ended, and now X Factor and The Voice, and like, I mean, any of those like reality shows that involve like music, even though it's like pop shit, but I still really enjoy it for some reason.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so now I'm back in it.
Nice.
In it to win it.
What was it? Ever since I started rolling cigarettes, like I need something to watch while I'm doing it. And it kind of calms you down and relaxes you. So I didn't know what the show was, but I've heard of it, and I was like, okay, Supernatural. Have you heard of this?
I've heard of it. Haven't seen it.
You talked about it really briefly, I think, last time.
Very in the same vein of, Angel or Buffy the Vampire Slayer, about two guys that their mother was killed by a demon, and the father since then has kind of just gone nutty, and he wants revenge on this demon, so he became a hunter of spirits and everything paranormal, and the boys have grown up in this, and now the dad goes missing, so the older brother comes for the younger brother because the younger brother is trying to get out of that whole environment, and then it's kind of like a daily, it's a very Angel Buffy, it's like every day every episode is a new thing they have to go and kill, and then there's a longer drawn out storyline that picks up every couple episodes or whatever.
Is that still on the air?
I'm not sure. I know there's like 4 or 5 seasons. I just got into season 2, and it's actually pretty good. It's very. I don't know who ran that series, but
it was on the WB.
That's
or
what
CW or whatever.
See, that's what it felt like because it felt very CWWB sort of thing. Yeah. So because it's still got that poppy thing, and then the guys are very that very.
Rugged but clean.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I remember that being on the air. I don't think it's still running because I remember it being on the air. That was a while ago. I mean, probably at least I want to say 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
So if it's still running, that's fucking
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's killer.
But it was fun because and then you also there's like 4 characters from Buffy and those other people that I know that kind of reappear on there. One of which you would know. What's her face? I should know her name. I'm an idiot. The new Rambo. What's the chick in that one?
I forget her name.
But you know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
She had a really long stint on Buffy for like 3-4 seasons.
Yeah.
And was Angel's like girlfriend for hundreds of years. And she reappears in that in an episode. And then what was it? Amy Acker. So the girl that's kind of like in the end of Angel, she appears in an episode too. But some cool scenarios. They have some cool ideas with it. And I don't know. It's one of those things that you could start and finish for the most part. Like the season finale of season 1, like I wanted to watch kind of back to back. And that caught me. So I was watching a few hours of that. But beyond that, you can pick it up and drop it for the most part. So at night when I'm rolling my cigarettes for the next day, which, by the way, rolling cigarettes is so goddamn cheap. Like, I shit you not. Like, what was it? I would pay $5-6 a pack. I'm a pack a day smoker. And so I remember I would at least spend like $150 or close to it a month just on cigarettes. Wow. And so it got to the point 3 or 4 weeks ago where I was just so broke I couldn't even afford it. So I was just like, well, let's see what we can do, and I'll take a look. So I finally started digging in and figuring out how to find the better tobacco, and Chris, you helped me out with that. Yeah. And now, like, I was reading all these articles, like I just got a pound of what they call as pipe tobacco, but it's really cigarette tobacco for like $20. And
that pound will last you forever.
Yeah, they say 3 cartons. So so that's a month worth for me. But roughly.
Well, yeah, because me and the guys from Horror's Ed, so Mark and John, who we've had here on Podstache before, we were headed to the studio, I think. And they stopped at a gas station. They're like, "Oh, holy shit! Like $4.50 for cigarettes." Like it was like Pall Malls or something like that. They were like, "Oh man." And I'm like, how much are they? Because I don't pay attention. I don't smoke, so I don't really pay attention. I'm like, how much are they normally? And like Mark's like, dude, like usually I'll spend like over like $6.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like, how do you fucking afford it? Like,
Right.
that's so crazy, dude.
And you get addicted to it, and you have to. It's a lifestyle change to roll them because you have to spend time. I mean, like it takes a good 30 minutes at the end of your day or whenever you're going to do it.
Yeah.
So it is that change. The nice thing is that I find that I've learned to be a little more patient.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I smoke less, not crazy less, but less. I mean, like, so I might, instead of needing to have 20 cigarettes or a full pack on me, I know that I can get through my day all the way from start to finish on about 15. So I mean, like I cut a quarter pack out, and it's a heavier.
Here, guys.
Yeah, it's a heavier smoke, but I don't know. It's so much cheaper. I mean, like now it's going to be $30 a month instead of $150 a
That's
month.
fucking huge.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's like well, for me it's like a tank of gas or like, dude, that's huge, dude.
So
this economy.
No, seriously, it's helped me out a huge deal. So it's helping me out a lot. But
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Buzz. What else? Oh, have you seen The Mist?
The Mist. Is that the
that's-
remake from like the one in the?
No,
Not The Fog.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
or
The Mist. It's a little bit lighter version.
Haze.
Yeah.
not the happening.
Yeah.
It's the one where they're out in the supermarket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that.
I didn't think it was.
It's based off a Stephen King novel.
Yeah.
And what kind of really sold me is it's Frank Darabont, who did Shawshank Redemption and then The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Like I'm like fucking Frank Darabont, awesome. Two things I realized is Frank Darabont. I don't know because I've only seen like a couple of things that he's done, but he reuses a lot of the same actors. Like I know like Kevin Smith does that,
Right.
You know, and I know that because like I've
Well,
probably
and
seen
Tarantino as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, sure, yeah, so yeah, but like, because like I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, he's from Shawshank, and then there was someone else, but then like there's like 4 people in that movie who are all in The Walking Dead.
Really?
And I'm just like, holy shit. So, but the other thing is, I think after watching that, it kind of reaffirmed me that I don't think, aside from The Thing,
Uh-huh.
I'm not really a fan of like monster or like creature horror movies.
Yeah, no, we're no longer in that day and age either. Like, I mean, when we think of zombie movies and stuff, that's not scary anymore. It's kind of like violent, cool sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I could see that. Like when the new thing kind of revamped itself and we have a new movie, like I had no interest. I still haven't seen it. I'm just
I haven't seen the new one either.
Yeah, so I can see that. Monster movies to me, yeah.
Yeah, because like because there's actually it's not a bad movie. Like there's like some really cool, real cool viewpoint on just like how like just like religious nuts can like really like in certain situations they can just kind of really convert people to their train of thought, which is like really really cool. It wasn't just a blood and guts like horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's really cool certain points in there, but sorry. Okay. But like the one thing I didn't like about it was like the spoilers, whatever. But like in the beginning, it's like because there's lots of different creatures, but like the first like creature that you see is like this like octopus thing with like these like big purple like tentacles.
Oh yeah.
And like once I saw that, because like
You really don't see the whole monster, right? Though you just see the
Correct.
tentacles, right?
Yeah. And that's just one of the monsters that in there because like later like there's like these big bugs and then like there's like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like once I because I went in watching that movie not knowing what the Mist was that what it's called? Yeah.
The haze. The haze.
I didn't know what was in the Mist,
Right.
Yeah, I know it was in the Mist. But yeah, like once I saw like these like purple tentacles like come through like this like garage door, I'm just like you know? It kind of took me out of it a little bit, and then because it also has Thomas Jane,
Right.
Oh yeah.
Who's in The Punisher.
Hey, have you seen that short?
No,
Yeah.
I still haven't seen
Oh, you got to
it.
check it out. It is
Yeah, I
good.
meant to show that to you earlier today.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, like like there's like big bugs later, and like for some reason, like the big bugs didn't bother me,
Uh-huh.
and there's like some other big creature, and that didn't bug me. But yeah, for some
You know
reason,
what though? That does make sense though. I mean, think about it today. Like the only thing the things that really jump out at everybody, or if we can see it now, like even in how we feel about religion, if we can see something, it's not we can understand it, and so therefore it's not scary. It seems to be like even how they play aliens. Like that's why it seems like you never really see them, or if you see them, you're just kind of like, meh. But what's been the big things lately? Like I remember when Paranormal Activity came out, and now VHS is
which I saw.
he saw.
Have you seen it? I want to see it. Is it okay? I like the idea where it's all these different filmmakers making kind of.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's several
It's-
shorts kind of linked
Yeah.
together.
Well, what? And was it the
It was Sundance. It was a Sundance.
guy
Festival.
from Paranormal Activity? That was the one that got all the different filmmakers.
I'm not sure.
See, that's another thing I'm kind of getting burned out on is the found footage thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
It's just like this whole like kind of POV kind
It's
of
a cheap thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna ride it until people stop watching
Yeah.
it.
Well, I mean, was the first really big one Blair Witch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm trying to think of if there was one before that.
At least one that I don't think there was one that was as popular.
Yeah, because I remember
Because with the whole thing with Blair Witch is that they did a really good job convincing people that. Like,
oh,
it could've
dude, that
happened.
fucking marketing strategy
Yeah.
was fucking genius. Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was real. I'm like, holy shit! Like, oh my god, Blair Witch. I'm like, I don't want to get fucking killed by that Blair Witch. I'll stay away from there.
I remember when it came out, and I remember someone was like, "Dude, it's just like it's all jerky, it's all over the place." It gave me a headache. I'm like, "All right, well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go see it."
Well, yeah, because I remember because we didn't have internet, but our neighbors did. And I remember we went over to their place to use their internet, Sandy and Jeff. And I remember actively like going on like the Blair Witch website, like to try and like find like
Right.
information like and all this shit. So, but yeah, I remember like actually believing that it was real. And then I also thought, my God, I also remember thinking that Fourth Kind was real.
Yeah.
But then. Yeah, because we've talked about it. That totally wigged me out, and then I went home and like Googled it. And I'm like, oh, it's not real.
Yeah,
That's good.
I never got through all of the Fourth Kind.
Yeah, I remember.
And then one of the movies that did kind of creep me out though was Haunting in
Connecticut.
That creeped me out, especially when they're like, "Oh, based on true events." And
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
that's kind of creepy. Especially like when he puts the bones in the car and then he looks in the rearview mirror and he's like, "Oh, it's not the kid," he was there to protect him, and now we took him out of the house. God damn it! But
I want to see that movie.
that creeped me out. And then I started reading about it, and then the folklore of that surrounding was really just ridiculous. Like the guy, I don't know, I have to relook at it, but it was just, I remember it was just preposterous. Like what they were saying, just like, I know it had to do with what is it? There was some sexual oriented thing going on in there too, like rapes and crazy things like that, and like the whole family was being raped by ghosts and stuff like that. And then you're just kind of like meh.
Yeah.
But I remember that was probably the last movie.
Feel it.
That was the last movie that I can remember that I was really kind of like, oh, that was a little creepy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like I'm getting less and less into American horror movies. There was one I saw a preview for, and I think Sam Raimi is involved in it. Is it Possession? No. I don't know, but it actually looked pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I saw a trailer for Possession, and I was kind of
Maybe
like,
it's not Possession.
I just saw a little piece of it, and I was kind of like, meh. But maybe I saw the wrong piece because they were cut. It wasn't like a trailer; it was like they were cutting pieces of the movie out.
Yeah.
No, so
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, I mean, it seems like I'm getting more French horror movies.
yeah.
'cause
Well,
it's just,
what was that movie that I watched here? The Martyrs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
That's probably one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Just because it's like two movies in one, pretty much.
I only saw the second half.
Oh, dude, it's just like like there's this one whole storyline, and all of a sudden, just like, bam,
It changes.
just like, and it's so cool. Like when you rewatch it, you're like, because like here at this moment right here is when it fucking flips, and
Yeah.
I fucking love it because it's like I said, it's like two movies, but both those movies are really fucking good, and they have their own little kind of storyline, so it's really really cool.
No.
See, when you say that, where it's like two different storylines, that also reminds me of Red State. where there's just very different feels to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
did you? I forgot. How did you feel about Red State?
I enjoyed it. I
Okay.
liked Red State.
Good.
Yeah.
We're friends then.
I also felt that it was kind of neat because it was a very 180 for Kevin Smith. So I was
Yeah.
like, this is interesting.
Yeah. Because I got friends that are like, oh my god, that was the worst.
Oh yeah,
movie.
Leech,
Leech and all them.
he was
Yeah,
like, worst movie ever.
yeah. It's
Pretty good
like,
impression.
yeah, actually, it wasn't bad. Yeah, but like, and that's like, I've even tried to explain to him. It's like, no, but you don't understand. It's super low budget. You know, they're using cameras from like off the like Best Buy shelf,
Right.
You know, because they use like 70s and stuff. You know, and yeah, and I said the same thing. Like, oh, you know, Kevin Smith. You know, he's been doing comedy films, and now he does this. You know,
Right.
Just didn't.
Didn't register on.
No.
John Goodman's fucking badass.
Yeah, dude, that man can move for being as old as he is.
Now this is a. I think I hammered this home in the last episode, but I went back and I watched Reservoir Dogs today, and it was really good. And I think I said this last time. Like the only reason that whole movie worked
Is the cast. Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
cast.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, man, I want to look at that script because if you are not Quentin Tarantino and you handed that goddamn script over to anyone,
Yeah.
they'd be like, you're fucking retarded. Like, this is not going to work. You know what I mean? Like, that's so hard. Like, it's all dialogue. It's all wider shots. You know, I mean, like, there was a couple really cool shots that they put in there, but for the most part, it was just like, it was built for like a stage. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
yeah.
So-
Yeah, it's very much almost like, you know, plays that are adapted into movies where there's just like one location, kind of like Pontypool, where there's just one location.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing too is like they don't go in something. You know, I mean, there are cutaways and close ups and all that stuff, but you know, he makes a point to have some shots that are just like very, you know, to their back and they're talking. You know what I mean? Like very, very just wide shots. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, but no one could get away with doing that today.
Yeah.
Like that was it's still very Quentin Tarantino. You know,
Well, and then going back to Red State, the one thing that I really like, where it almost kind of has a wow factor, is that monologue that what's his face has, the preacher, the
Michael Parks.
yeah, like I mean, because how long is that fucking sermon scene?
It's long, and I know that for the theatrical release they shortened it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and that's one shot, right?
That I'm not sure of.
I mean, it's
I mean, it
I
wouldn't
don't
surprise
think
me
it
if it was, but
I don't think it was.
no, yes.
I think there was a lot of cutaways to the.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Plus,
true. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, it's just one whole scene of him just talking,
Oh, yeah.
preaching. You know,
I'm
like-
sure he did that whole monologue. straight
yeah,
through.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it.
Well, I thought there was a story behind that too, where he wanted to like. Didn't Michael Park like? Did he come up with the speech himself, or I thought there was like a story behind that.
I
Like
forget.
Kevin Smith wanted to get rid of it, and he's like, "No, you can't get rid of it."
Well, because I forgot if Kevin Smith wrote it or Michael Parks, but they had like a whole sermon, and Kevin Smith wanted to leave the whole thing in, but whoever producer or whatever said, no, you got to shorten it up because
Yeah.
people aren't going to want to sit through all of that.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I remember.
Have you ever heard? I wonder if this is Smodcast or if this is. Oh, it's got to be one of his. It's got to be one of his, you know, stand up, like evening with sort of thing. But he was talking about how he actually got the Phelps out, like they were protesting Red State,
Yeah.
and then he actually got them into the theater and stuff like that. Okay, so you guys know that. Okay.
Yeah.
That was interesting. They didn't stay and watch it, but
No.
Yeah.
what a weird dynamic.
I mean,
Yeah.
have you ever? There's a documentary about him. I think it's called like The Most Hated Family in America or something like that.
Oh,
I think that's what it's called. It's interesting.
Yeah.
You know, just
It's well deserved. I mean, like it's one thing. Like they're doing it for a reason, and it's not to help anybody. It's to make. It's just to be known.
well, yeah, and like because the whole thing where like they're protesting like soldiers' funerals. Like
Oh,
I'm like
my God.
I'm like okay, that's fucking retarded. That's
Yeah.
stupid.
Right.
But now like. You're seeing it more and more. Now it just seems like they're just protesting to protest, You know,
Right.
just to get a stink. Because yeah, like who like Ryan Dunn or
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
but like yeah or who else someone else famous. I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, just like any person you know. No, it was like some metal guy. I'm drawing a blank.
I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah. Oh no, Dio.
I was going to
Really?
say that.
Yeah, Yeah, because they're like, oh, devil worshiper. He tried to spread the word of Satan. And then I'm like, really? Like, he's a fucking heavy metal singer.
Right.
Like, really? It's just
Rainbow
like,
in the Dark? You're
yeah,
gonna protest?
fucking shit. Like, the guy's singing about, like, dragons and warrior. Like, it's just trying to, yeah.
They have an agenda that's not. It's not to help
Logical.
anything. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So they deserve it. It's very well deserved.
And and people have said, just like, hey, like, don't bring attention to them just because that's what they want. That they want attention,
Right.
But it's so hard to do that when it's just like the shit that they do is so asinine. You're just like, you want to fucking make us think about it, just like
Right.
because it's so absurd, So, but whatever.
Well, I'm surprised that they haven't gotten just, especially with soldier funerals. I'm just surprised they haven't gotten the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah. Oh well, you know what? You can find it on YouTube, but there's this one footage where the mob started getting so unruly, and basically they start running into their van, and they start throwing rocks at their van, and it shatters their window.
Good. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm like fuck yeah, dude. But yeah, you can find the clip on YouTube. So, but yeah. And there's this one other part of a documentary where I think it was like by it was like part of like an English crew, and it turned out that Shirley Phelps, like the head honcho mom, she had a kid out of wedlock. She totally was like she got caught off guard because like that totally goes against their fucking
everything.
beliefs,
Right.
Yeah, it's just like totally just like out of like because like I forgot like the reporter just like somehow like he's like wait then who's his father? Like, it was like really kind of funny how it came up. So it was really interesting.
Yeah.
You can find that on YouTube too. So, yeah.
Indeed.
We've got like 3 more minutes if we really want to. We're at 27 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that was a good episode.
All right.
Let's say
Movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, because next episode I want to talk about iOS 6.
So tune in to next episode for Tech Talk.
Tech Talk.
And it's coming on Tuesday. So Tuesday Tech
Ooh,
Talk.
Tuesday TikTok. And Movie Monday.
Yeah. All right. There we
Hey,
go.
All right. We'll be right back.
Hey.
TikTok.
Tech Talk.